Hey guys, and welcome back to Dark Souls 2 Majula Edition, as we will stay in Majula for the entire hour that we are here. I hope you enjoy your stay, Majula being the most interesting town in the world, with residents who just hang out in the same spot forever. But, you know, also, Kita Edition! Yeah! Alright, let's go ahead and jump right back. Actually, let's roll right back into the Shrine of Amana. So that is what we're going to do, and jump right back in. So I will see you guys at the Crumbled Ruins. Alright, we're here at the Crumbled Ruins. Time to, well, hopefully survive a lot of sorcerers. That is what it's time to do. I don't know why I always go for that guy. I guess you really don't need to. But, he was there. He totally had it coming. So, they did make this easier than it used to be, but I still find it to be fairly frustrating, even with it easier. It's just these summoners, these sorcerers. Like, I guess they don't, I believe one of the patches made it so they don't home as much as they used to. I think that is what it did. Yeah, you thought you could get me, but you couldn't. Yeah, now I have full Estus. Literally the highest you can get, 12 Estus flasks and plus 5 on the Estus flask healing, so I've got that all the way up. I was kind of hoping my first time through, it was kind of cool to me that you could actually jump up onto this platform right here, and that's something that I wish it actually led to something. I don't know, I enjoy that type of stuff. I kind of wish there's a little bit more of it in this game. So, in this area, we get one of the more interesting locations, which is one that I believe I can't access yet. I think you have to be human, but I think there's more than just that to accessing it. Actually, I don't want my rusted coin there, and I guess I'm out of life gems. Which would be this location over there. But yeah, I think you have to be human to get in there, but I think it's also after you've killed King Vendrick. Let me just go double check on that. Real quick here. Oh, shoot. Oh, wow. I pulled off that dodge real nicely. Didn't... Oh, crap. And that one did not work. And that one really followed me out. Yeah, locked. So you need to actually... I believe you need to beat King Vendrick and then be human to get in there. But that's where you actually get Vendrick's soul, is within that locked room over there. So it's within the Shrine of Amana. So it's like all those precautions that King Vendrick seemed to set up to keep Nishandra out and from getting anything. Like, she couldn't obtain his soul, which is a great and powerful soul, especially from everything that you read from Shalquire's dialogue. She seems to imply that before Vendrick went hollow, he had a soul that was great enough to essentially, you'd assume, relight the first flame. You'd at least, like, that's what I would assume, is that his soul was that great. So that's what I get out of Nishandra's dialogue, or not Nishandra, Shalquire's dialogue, but everything that she's talking about, I know I've talked about this before, but everything that Shalquire talks about with the smell, and like, oh, you have a nice smell and that weirdness, that's all relating to how powerful your soul is, really. Oh, we got a Staff of Amana, nice, I'll have to check that out after we deal with this troll. God, this guy, I guess he's technically over. He just keeps on coming on my videos and making really shitty comments for no reason. This troll over here. Alright, I mean, if you just want to back off into a corner, that's alright. I mean, really, I don't technically need to deal with them since I already have 12 Estus flasks, and I got 11 Estus flask shards. There are 11 Estus flasks. Oh, shoot. I wasn't able to roll in time. Come on, let me get to his butt. Let me get to your ass. And that way we can do this easy style. Ride down easy street. So, yeah, I think it was a really weird design choice by FromSoft to make it so there were 12 Estus Flask shards, yet you only need 11. Really odd design choice. I'm not sure why they decided to go with that. I mean, I guess it's like, well, in case you miss one, you can get one, but it just seems like a really weird design choice to me. And I know I've said this before, but I love the aesthetic of the Shrine of Amana. It's one of my favorite locations aesthetically. So let's look at this Staff of Amana. staff held by a priestess of Amana, a ritual staff that was not intended for use in battle, but nevertheless it functions as a catalyst for sorceries and hexes. The demon was contained within the shrine by sacred rituals, but over time the tradition was lost, and the demon set free. It gained knowledge and learned to lure humans into its lair using song. So this is, of course, referring to the demon of song who we're going to run into shortly. Man, my character looks actually pretty intense with the beret and this awesome steel alone knight armor. Great upgrade over the Drangleic armor in terms of how it looks. But yeah, so we get some of our first lore there on the Demon of Song from the Staff of Amana. And just interesting that they were trying to contain it. So you have to wonder, when did the Demon of Song get there? And how long has it been essentially uncontained? So let's go ahead and go forth and get this Estus Flash Shard, because might as well just show it off even though I don't need it. And this is kind of can be a frustrating one to get, because you really have to, I think you gotta be, I don't know, I guess you could use a shield technically, but I feel like it's all about dodging and dodge timing, and also, oh crap. Man, he's stun locking me. I don't know, I like to go with dodge timing and then trying to use these pillars at the proper times. But as long as you can dodge properly and you know how to time out those rolls, you should be okay with getting over here. Just when it gets really narrow at this point, because now we can't go right, we have to go through the left path. Right, let's wait until that one's through, and we'll walk over here real slow. And I guess I'm gonna do it now. I know that's kind of a weird time to, but it felt right. Oh, that felt so good. Love backstabbing with these giant weapons. Alright. And that could also sound really sexual. Alright, anyways, here we go with the other Estus Flash Shard. So now we have an extra one that we just cannot use. But we do see in the distance where we're going to be needing to go. So over there is the fog gate that's going to lead us to the next bonfire location. I think Roy's resting place, or Roy's final location. I think it has to do with Roy the Explorer, if I remember correctly. And then this is going to be the hell area. And you guys all know what I'm talking about, I'm sure. The hell area. That is why I was getting arrows. It's really not, like, it doesn't, I guess it kind of bugs me that you really need arrows. But what bugs me more is just that erosion, the erosion bug that erodes your armor. So you have to unequip everything, and if you ever die and mess up, you have to unequip and re-equip everything. It just ends up becoming really tedious. And I don't like, I don't mind challenges. Challenge to me is fine, and that's not tedious. But tedium for the sake of tedium, I don't like that design philosophy. So that bugs me as a general design. It's not interesting, it's not challenging, it's just straight tedious. But since I'm human, we can go ahead and summon the most useful NPC. Yep. The most useful NPC, Felicia the Brave. And by that I mean she really tends to die pretty quickly. Oh, I should have dealt with this, guy over here real quickly before she came to life. Crap, really? Oh no, oh no, 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 no! Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. I can't believe I almost died to that guy. This armor just has no stun protection at all. So, actually, in terms of stun protection, this seems to be really bad. I was just talking it up like, oh, this could be better, but it's got its problems too. How did you survive that? This is not going well. This is not a positive start at all for this experience. Alright, let's go ahead and use a Radiant Life Gem and work our way over now. See, the thing that I think makes this hard is this little platform here. I think that's truly what makes it difficult, more so than anything else. I didn't want to two-hand that. Alright, because this platform kind of ends up being a little trap point in a way. Alright, deal with you real quick. And did you, Felicia, you dealt with the... No, you didn't deal with the lizard creature. Felicia, you're not doing anything. Well, I guess you're taking hits for me. Alright, we need to deal with this other hollow, Felicia, and get him out of the way. Okay, he's coming for me. Well, at least she's dealing with the spells at the moment. This is not really Radiant Life Gem as Felicia gets destroyed. Alright, we're gonna go for this far left one first, Felicia. You okay with that plan? Well, you better be, because that's the plan we're going with. Oh, crap. Felicia's not dead. Why aren't they going for Felicia at all? Felicia, you're supposed to be my tank. Oh, she's drinking Estus, and she got interrupted. I didn't even know that she could drink Estus. I've never seen her do that before. Well, that's completely new. So that caster over there, I think it just sets up a little heal area. I don't think it does any. It actually shoots anything or summons anything to attack you. Wait, Felicia, are you? Yeah. So see that caster basically just healed that Archdrake over there. So that is what that caster does. I've never seen Alicia survive this long. This has never happened to me before. Well, Felicia, well done. Well done, girl. That's my girl, Felicia. Awesome. Well, I thought that was going to end up posing more problems than it did, to be perfectly honest. I don't know if I've ever gotten this item before. Well, now is a good time to do it. So assuming I make sure I don't fall off. I don't remember ever getting this. It's actually a bunch of bones, though. It's not. You don't normally see that when you're going for souls. Ice Alluring Skull. It kind of makes sense. Yeah. Well, her Estus doesn't seem to heal her for very much. You gotta upgrade your Estus flasks there, Felicia. That's some pro advice for you. It's the MLG advice. Upgrade your Estus. It's pretty high level stuff there. I wonder how far she follows you. I almost want to take her into the next area and not even use the bonfire. Just to see. Because I'm sure if I use the bonfire, she'll disappear. Well, I don't have that many Estus, but... That much Estus. But, man, am I curious. My Murakumo, my Murakumo is actually getting pretty close to being out. I don't know if I got hit by some of this erosion stuff or not. I hate this. Alright, let's do this thing. Or I could just let Felicia deal with it for me. Felicia, be brave and deal with these things. It shouldn't be that difficult. Alright. Maybe I can use her to get rid of the Red Phantom and go back in here. Honestly, I guess, I really don't need any Estus for the Demon of Song. I shouldn't need any Estus. Oh, this area. This area, though. I hate this. Hate this setup so much. Alright, let's deal with this stuff while they're distracted by Felicia. I've never had that. Felicia, you're doing good for me. Although I'm sure you're going to be dead really soon here. Yeah, these poison arrows. Well, long term, but I guess it helped. Well, Felicia, alright. She made this portion a little bit easier. Am I right next to... No. There we go. Alright. Popping Radiant Life Gems just so I have some extra Estus ready for the boss. Alright, well, we gotta be slow here because an NPC, a Red Phantom's about to be summoned. So gotta make sure that I can not get screwed over. Alright. This guy, there we go. The Peculiar Kingular. And I'm actually gonna run back. I know that it's a caster, and yeah, and figured that he tried to nail me from behind, but I'm good at blocking that. And all these behind things. I'm really not doing it on purpose, even if it sounds like it. Oh, Peculiar. That was just my own fault. Alright, that was backstab fishing on my part. I deserved to miss. The first one I wasn't. I just felt like... I was like, Peculiar, you used an attack and you missed. So... Holy crap. Alright. Let's get over somewhere safer. I wasn't expecting that to hurt me for so much. There we go. Oh, it's because... Alright, I didn't notice that Peculiar was blocking me. I gotta, like, stun you, Peculiar. I gotta slap you. Oh, well, that works, too. There we go. It shouldn't be such a hard fight. I always miss that slap, and it drives me crazy when I do. And the thing is, I only miss the slap when it's in a battle situation. I never miss it unless it's that. You know what? I've been doing a no bonfire run on my stream, which I should mention that I have a live stream that I do every week. For people who don't know, it's Thursdays every week on Twitch, twitch.tv/DaveControlLive. So Dave Control Live is my username on Twitch. You can check it out every Thursday, 6 to 8 p.m. Pacific time. I've been streaming Dark Souls 2, so come and join the stream. Right now I'm doing a no bonfire run, And one thing I've been learning in new bonfire runs that I never had to worry about before is the amazing usage of using... Where is it? Where is it? Well, the repair powder. I was kind of just blanking on the name. I've kind of been playing this later at night lately just so I can convert it over. So it's like if I play it at night, it converts over while I'm sleeping into a type of format that I can edit in better. Because I edit in Final Cut Pro, and you want to typically convert your video files into Final Cut's native format. So that is usually... Oh, crap, I didn't know. I left someone... Oh, forgot about that one. Okay. Let's take this slow. Let's do this the right way. First we'll deal with you, just because you're in my way. And then we'll dodge. Yeah, these casters are definitely not as OP as they were before. I don't know if you can call it OP, they're just as frustrating because their homing was so on point before. So now it's pretty easy. As we've got the singing, the little ones are once again dancing. The little ones are dancing over the area where these lizards are. And that's a really easy way to tell where they are. So just watch for that. So you can see, like, right here, we can see those two golden areas where those little ones are dancing. And then we're not like, okay, that indicates where the lizard is. The lizard hollow. And who kind of, in a way, is sort of... It's interesting that they're becoming lizards, and we also find the Demon of Song here. It could all just have to do with the type of environment. So we're safe in this big giant area. As we get a petrified dragon bone that some people are like, oh, I forgot about that item. Should probably go get it. So I'm trying something. I think I know why I think I figured out why my videos have been messing up lately. Ugh, I hate doing this. This feels so nerve-wracking. Alright, there we go. And Green Blossom, which is a good healing item, but I never use them. Anyways, I think I figured out my video issues, which is that I've been... I think my laptop, which is what I use to record everything... Oh, let's look at that Red Iron Twin Blade, and I'll talk about it. I keep on distracting myself with the things I'm finding. Red Iron Twin Blade first, and then we will talk about my recording stuff, which is nowhere near as interesting. It's kind of just filler. The Twin Blade closely imitates the design of a foreign-made weapon that has blades affixed to both ends of its hilt. A twin blade with heavy blades on each end, more suited to smashing foes than slashing them. So there you go with that. Yeah, so anyways, I think my laptop's been overheating, and I think that's, or starting to overheat, and I think that's why I use GarageBand to record the audio, and I think that ends up making so my audio gets screwed up is when it starts overheating. And it's because I'm now recording on a different couch that's instead of, before I was on a leather couch, or pleather, I don't know if it's pleather or leather. Now I'm on more of a padded couch just because the way in my new place, the whole setup is different, and this one just happens to be next to electrical outlets that I can use. Even though it's not as nice of a couch, but it's closer to the outlets, so. Anyways, I've been on that one, and that's where my laptop is, and I think it's causing it to overheat, which has been upping these issues. So I moved it onto a little platform, so at least it's on something that's a little cooler of the surface, so hopefully that'll help. And then with the video issues, I think it's just that the cord's starting to kind of die that connects it, so I just pushing it in a little harder, and hopefully that'll help. And it helped for the Kingsfield Ancient Cities Let's Play, so hopefully it'll help out this time and keep on helping out. This boss fight, Demon of Song, is actually one of my favorite boss fights in the game, although it's incredibly nerve-wracking just because. Oh, Milfinito. So ragged and abused, and wow, it looks like her shirt is flying off, and that looks like you can see a little bit too much. I never noticed that before. So, goodbye. And all the little ones fade away. I didn't notice that before, but actually when they fade away, all the gold flies above, and it's the little ones fade away. So it's almost like a ghostly one with that one, but I guess the other Milfinito that you save up in Drangleic Castle does the same thing. Alright, let's use the Radiant Life Gem just to prepare, and time for the Demon of Song. It was incredibly easy, but nerve-wracking, because he hurts you for a lot if he does hit you, and After going through this area, it's just like, yeah, I don't want to mess up, because that would be awful. That would just be straight up awful. So should be able to get 2 hits in, and close up your mask. But yeah, this to me is one of the creepiest bosses in the game, and I just love the aesthetic of this boss. I think I've mentioned it before on this. I know I mentioned it on my stream pretty regularly, but I love creepy boss designs, and to me this is definitely the creepiest boss design, or at least one of the creepiest. Yeah, you know what? I think it is the creepiest boss design in Dark Souls 2, so I really like this boss design, and just the demon coming out of the frog thing and wearing it. Ah, it's so great. Yeah, make sure not to get hit by that, but then we can use that opportunity for 3 strikes. You're out. Well, I guess you're not. Yeah, it ended up being a really easy boss, but you know what? I don't mind just because I just like this boss so much. It's just, I don't care how easy it is. It's just, it's so cool. So cool. And that'll take it out just like that. So yeah, I guess I didn't need to be that uppity about saving my Estus. I just didn't want to go through that area again. We get the Demon Song Soul and Key to the Undead, and also new boss beaten on. Yeah. So let's go ahead and take a look at those. So Demon of Song Soul would be the first one to look at, and then the Key to the Embedded. Alright. Hey, Demon of Song Soul. When this demon developed a taste for human flesh, it was contained within the Shrine of Amana. But the line of priestesses who looked after the shrine and appeased the creature have died off. So it was already being contained in the Shrine of Amana when it developed a taste for human flesh, apparently. So this was So this implies that before it was in the Shrine of Amana and being contained here, it didn't have a taste for human flesh. But the line of priestesses who looked after the shrine and appeased the creature have died off. So that kind of draws the question, how were these priestesses appeasing the Demon of Song? Were they being sacrificed to appease it because it developed that human flesh taste, or taste for human flesh? Or were they singing to try and contain it? But I think it was the singing thing, but I like to imagine that they were being sacrificed just because that's kind of the creepier thing. The other thing that we got is this Keyblade, which is the Key to the Embedded. Plunge the key into the Embedded to bring a rhapsodic end to his fate. The once human Embedded, realizing that he could never resist the temptation of the flesh, bound himself eternally with chains. Since then, he has awaited the day that somebody will find this key and bury it within his bosom. And I believe your bosom is actually your chest, and yet you bury the key into his face. So, right. So, sword that opens the Embedded's door, shaped like a weapon, but it is in fact a key. So this is all we know about the Embedded, and I've tried to figure out if there's anything else, but I just can't. Like, there's just nothing else that I know of about this character. If anyone else has any theories and ideas about who he is and where he came from, I'm all for hearing it. But yeah, literally a Keyblade, just like Sora in... just like Sora in Kingdom Hearts. God, it's a great game. No, I hate actually using the key to Embedded because you end up losing it if you use it, and I really just want to have the key and have a full collection. I ended up with my main character, to get the shot that I needed for my 5 Strangest Things video, I ended up using this, and I was so frustrated. I was like, oh, I don't want to use this. I wish I just had a shot. And then, after I used it, I realized I had a backup shot I'd recorded before of me using it. I was like, no, I did it for no reason. I already had the shot. Oh, well. Not that it really matters that much, but I like collecting things, I guess. I just felt like it was that thing I had. Milfinito, she doesn't need it. She doesn't need to be saved from that creepy Embedded constantly being chained outside of her. What? Doesn't need it at all. And we got through the Shrine of Amana quickly. I'm actually surprised how quick this went. I thought it'd be a little bit slower. And also, I'm still human, too. What do you know? But you know what you do get, actually, for saving the Milfinito, you get one of my favorite rings in the game, which is especially good for me doing lore videos, is you get the, I'm, like, nervous because I saw some red stuff on the ground. There's actually a treasure chest over here. But you get the life ring, or the ring of the dead. Sorry, the ring of the dead, which makes you look... Yeah, more arrows. Which makes you look... Actually, I'm going to equip those. The Ring of the Dead makes you look human, even if you're hollowed. And especially for me doing a lot of recording stuff, it's just really useful because, yeah, that's something that's incredibly useful as someone who makes videos like I do, because it's just like, all right, I don't have to waste a human effigy or anything like that to make my character look good for the video, or have a running piece of meat running around in my videos. I can actually make them look human, and it looks a little bit better for the video. At least I feel. Something I should have probably mentioned is some of these Shrine of Amana locations. So actually, oh, I didn't even rest there. Damn it! I think it's Roy's final resting place is the name of that bonfire. Alright. Well, I don't know if I'm ever gonna go rest there now, because I really don't want to go back through that area. It was just that. Anyways, Roy's final resting place, and Roy the Explorer is who that character was. So, as I find more of his gear, we'll talk more about him, for sure. But, yeah, so I forget if you have to be hollowed to go and open this door, but I know there is some sort of condition to it. And I'm honestly just not remembering what it is right now. Sorry, like, I went through there my first time, and there's some interesting stuff back there, because there's a pool that only works. It will unhollow you if you go use it. But it only works, and the only way you can use it is if you're hollowed and you have no human effigy left, and then you can use it. And I was trying to, like, figure out, and this is only Terramantis and I were talking about when the game first came out, was if there's any lore implications to it. But being there, and maybe it was something that why Vendrick went here was so he had a backup plan in case, like, because he hollowed out so he could become unhollow. But really, it's unclear. But it's also interesting that they have a way to unhollow people. That's really crazy and interesting when you think about it. I mean, even though, sure, the undead curse, you're still undead and you still have the curse. But hollowing is part of the huge problem of being undead. And if you have a way to reverse that, that's pretty big. So I actually do have to think about if there's more lore factors in that, or if it's just something that's a pure game mechanic and there's no lore to it. But that could be a very big piece that none of us have really... But when I say none of us who have made lore videos. But I'm sure people have pondered about it, but no one has really touched on yet. So Undead Crypt is a kind of crazy area because literally they bury people alive in the Undead Crypt. That is why it's not the crypt, it's the Undead Crypt. So pretty crazy bit there. But I'm gonna go back to Majula and we're gonna fast cut it, and I'll see you guys in a moment. Just so I can level up some stuff. Alright, Leningrass, do some reinforcing for me. Can I? Nope, need more Titanite chunks still. Well, never mind that. Never mind that. And I think my Murakumo's at +10 still. Yeah, Murakumo's at +10. Alright, let's see what Cloan's selling. Cloan, you selling any Titanite chunks yet? Huh, girl? You know you want to. Alright, let's see. Titanite, nope. Large Titanite shards. No Titanite chunks yet. Alright, well, I can at least level up then. So let's go ahead and level up. Oh, that was the lounging animation. That's incredibly rare for her.
I will always.
I totally didn't even notice that. Now I wish I hadn't just ran up and talked to her right away. Like, she kicks her feet back. Ah, that's like a rare animation. I wish I just pointed it out. I know Vadi covered it and talked about it. At least I think he did. He was the one who did, but still, it would have been nice to point out. Alright, so let's go ahead and get some more vitality, and alright, I guess that's it. Oh, you know what? I should just use a soul just so I can level up one more time. So close. Let's use, what soul do we want to use? Let's use this soul. That should be enough. Alright, maybe I need a 900. Let's use this one just in case. Save some time. Alright. Bearer of the Curse. Hey, how about you upgrade my Estus Flask when I have another shard? No? Alright. Oh, okay. Yeah, I was right. Didn't quite have enough before. Let's go more stamina. I think I'm gonna go up my stamina. I feel like it's been kind of running out a little quicker than I'd like, so. And upgrade that. Alright, and I will be right back as we get back to the Undead Crypt and the entrance. And we're back at the Undead Crypt. That was fast. Some fast travels. I was like trying to remember if there was something over here. Got me that Radiant Life Gem. I mean, I know if I really want a Titanite chunk, I could just go farm for it, but And I don't need it that much. I needed them that badly. So an Undead Crypt, the idea is do not make, oh, who is this supposed to be? Oh, it's a skull? Ooh, that's creepy. I think this is the same thing that you light with your torch, is this figure. I didn't even realize the head was a skull. And I'll show off the torch thing that I'm talking about in a moment, but I've been wondering who the figure was that you light to have, like, to light everything, and I think that's who it is. So let's just kill you so we don't have to worry about any torch light or anything pissing off Ogdane. Yeah, so, huh. I wonder who that's supposed to represent. And there's people praying to her. I guess it could be one of the gods. These are the Ledia Knights over here, or Ladia Knights. And they were basically banished to this fate, if I remember correctly, because they were trying to do something Ogdane did not agree with, like take over the Undead Crypt or something to that extent. That was just, Ogdane was like, no. Honestly, you don't need to kill any of them. Here, you can just run past. New Game Bliss is a bit of a different story, but yeah, it's just new game, just run past and you're set. So, funny story, my first time through, actually, I think this was darker my first time through. Oh, shoot. Oh, okay, good. I was like, oh no, please don't have any torches, guys. So, my first time through, I died after this point, and I was like, I'm just gonna use a torch and see what happens. And these guys, when all three of them are coming at you at once, they're pretty difficult. As here you can see another one of them. Three at once, yeah, it's pretty tough. Now, I believe these are the same guys that we actually see in, I mean, they have different weapons. But it's actually the same guys that we see in the Earthen Peak. And I don't know why they're in the Earthen Peak. Here it makes sense, because they're supposed to be guardians of the Undead Crypt. Let's go ahead and talk to Ogdane.
I am Ogdane.
Get that lore.
Guardian of the Crypt.
Guardian Leviosa.
Countless
Guardian
dead
Leviosa.
rest here in peace, cradled by the comfort of dark. Light only agitates. We have no need for it here.
So, again, it reinforces that idea of humans being connected to the dark, and even since undead are humans, so the human curse that turns humans undead, then, again, that connection to the dark, because dark is peaceful. It's similar to what Chancellor Welliger was talking about.
I am a finito. We weave death and watch over the dead. This task was granted to me by the one who gave us the first death. Countless souls rest here, some of them from ages long ago. Some were rich, others poor, some wise, some dull, but now they're all just dead.
Don't you mean undead? Oh!
Did you come for him? The one called Vendrick?
Yes.
You will find him deeper inside.
Okay, thank you.
Many castle servants and the
talking?
like have come
Okay.
to fetch their lord. But they rest here now, put to death by the king's own guards. Perhaps he's not in the mood for company.
So again, that idea of him trying to protect and stop anyone from reaching the King's Ring, and he's setting up all of these precautions. Look at that mural in the back there. It's like, it looks like a war with this craziness of people dying to me. I wonder, what do you see in that mural?
In the past, humans were one with the dark.
Was I
The
one with the
former
dark?
king of light, he feared humans.
I can
Feared
see
that they
right
would
through
usher
you.
in an age of dark. How queer
Hello.
you humans. How you go on, never separating truth from fiction.
Well, you know us. You know me.
This place is welcome to all, provided due reverence is shown. Death is equitable, accepting. We will all one day be welcomed by her embrace.
Actually, you're wrong. Undead won't.
Tell me what you desire.
That's kind of the point of
Show
being
me
undead.
reverence, and I will lend you my hand.
It's interesting that dragons can die when you consider the fact that they're eternal. I mean, but yet there's still a way to kill them. I mean, I know it's eternal in the sense that they'll never die unless you physically kill them, but still. But undead, we cannot die, so you're actually incorrect. Ogdane, that's why Nito doesn't like us. Just throwing that out there. That's why Nito would be against the undead curse, as I said in my Nito lore video. You should watch it, Ogdane. Maybe you learn something.
I am a finito. We weave death and watch over the dead.
So, Milfinito,
This task
Finito.
was granted to me
Yeah, I know people were talking
by
about
the
that
one
last
who
week,
gave
or
us
on my
the
last
first
episode.
death. Countless souls rest here.
So he seems to be referring to Nito.
Some of them from ages long ago.
Which is crazy, because, like, well, when
Some
exactly
rich,
did Nito
others
do this?
poor,
That's what I don't
some
get.
wise,
I don't quite
some
understand
dull,
that.
But now, they're all just dead.
They're all just dead. Yeah, but when did Nito do that?
In the past,
That's a big question to me.
I am a finito.
Anyways,
Some were rich.
yeah, I don't get that. Oh, what? I don't have any souls? Oh, well. Please have mercy on me. What? What's your problem? What is your dealio? So these guys stun lock so easily that you can, like, if you're using a good enough weapon, you don't even need to wait for them to attack. I mean, well, I should say you should wait for them to attack so you're not hitting their shield. But you don't even need to, like, try to circle around them. Just make sure that they're in the motion of an attack, and you should be able to just get through their shield and take them out pretty easy. Yeah, just like that. Now, one of the things I don't like here is that there's one of those guys who pops up out of the wall, one of those ghosts right on that ladder. I think that's kind of unfair because there's no way for you to get rid of it. You kind of just have to get hit. Anyways, it's kind of like there's no way for you to know it's coming. And there's no way for you to even really deal with it, that I know of at least. Like, let's see if there's let's see. I don't know. Is there a way? Oh. Is that New Game Plus thing? Oh, I'm sorry. Maybe that was a New Game Plus thing, and now I'm complaining about something New Game Plus. Oh, never mind. Maybe that was New Game Plus. My bad. Crushed red eye orb and a fire seed. It's kind of funny when you think about it. I don't think Ogdane gets pissed off at you if you light up this entire area. I don't think he cares. But he only cares if you bring a torch into that room, which is kind of strange, really, when you think about it. It's a strange thing in Dark Souls 2. It's actually interesting to me so far at the moment that that video, the 5 Strange Things in Dark Souls 2, has as many likes as it does. And I'm glad. Like, I'm definitely really glad about that. But the one that I made, when I did 5 Strange Things, or the 5 Strangest Things in Dark Souls 1, people hated that video. And I guess it has like a 1/3 dislike compared to 2/3 like ratio, but like that is by far my most disliked video. By far, and it has by far my worst ratio of likes compared to dislikes. Let's go ahead and look at the Lady White Hood, because I actually think it has some good lore. Actually, let's go somewhere safer, and then we will. But yeah, like, to me, it's like, it's very clearly meant to be not taken seriously when I do those, because obviously I'm a fan of the game, and I don't think you have to take everything 100% seriously. You know, you can have a joke. It's allowed to joke about things you like. There we go, I got a Titanite chunk. Anyway, so yeah, like, I don't think it's a big deal, but I think a lot of really hardcore fans watch videos sometimes, and they're just like, oh no, no, like, and they'll get upset when it's just supposed to be meant to be taken lightly. I mean, that's just my theory. Maybe it's just terrible and people just think it's a bad video. That's possible too. Alright, I think I got the hood. Right, Lady White Hood. Lady Apostles in their conceit occupy the Undead Crypt and misuse death. This invoked the ire of Finito, who branded them as transgressors. So there you go. Actually, I'm not gonna rest there yet, because I don't feel... Actually, I guess I will. I was gonna say, because I don't feel like respawning everybody, but it's just gonna be these infinite spawning undead, because they're coming out of their graves. So, let's go ahead and light the torch. And yeah, I really don't think... I don't think Ogdane does anything unless you actually go into the room with the torch. This actually is something that I found out, I think when I was streaming, people show me. It wasn't something I knew about right away. People actually had to tell me about this one. I just never noticed this area down here, but it's really cool. So yeah, that's that death lady that we saw before, I think, but now it looks like she has a face, actually. I think this is the same lady, though, but instead of a skull, it's a face. That's really weird. I mean, I could be wrong, but I think that's what it is. Alright, come on, let's get rid of that. Look at the cool scene. Oh, I think I missed the whole scene. I was trying to put my torch out and I missed it. It's really cool watching those get lit. All these guys praying, which is also... I mean, I guess they're praying to death. That's the idea, and they have that hood on that is kind of ominous. And it looks like their hands almost... Well, I guess that's just veiny. When I first saw it, it looked like gauntlets to me. But I guess it's just supposed to be like very thin arms that are praying. So I want to look at this statue. The candle. I think that is that skull girl from before. And I think actually... never mind. I was going to say I think it might be the girl who's holding the package over at the fog gate area. Over at the circle paths where you have to choose where to go. But now that I'm thinking about it, I could be totally off on that. That was just like a speculation I just thought of. That I'm like, maybe not. That's something I'd have to look at and look into. I would love to figure out these statues a little bit further. I mean, there are some, like, that are more probable connections, like the hawk is likely Vendrick. And the iron bowls that are all over the bowls place are connected to the Iron King. There's also an old guy that if you look at the... And I'll show it off when I get to Aldia's Manor, but if you look up at Aldia's Manor, like an old wisdom guy, it's all over the top of the manor. And I wish I'd show that off in my Aldia lore video. I don't know why I didn't, because I actually knew about it. I think it's because I wasn't sure if it was Aldia or not, and unless I could prove it, I didn't want to show it off. But I should have just shown it anyways, because I don't think most people know about that. That in Aldia's Manor, if you look up at the entrance, there's all these statues all over the place of that one same statue. So now we got a lady of black robe, which is actually going to be a little bit different, because I think white is male and black is female, if I remember. Lady Apostles worship Galib, god of disease. They once resided in the Undead Crypt beside Finito. The Lady of Witches grew conceited and began to manipulate both the onset and curing of disease, making themselves the effective gatekeepers of the crypt. So now we get lore. So that's what they actually were doing that invoked the wrath of the Finito, was manipulating the onset and curing of disease. So that was pissed off the Finito, because I guess that the Finito believe in more natural deaths, whereas it seems like the Lady of Witches wanted to be in control of that. So yeah. Dried Fingers, Bonfire Aesthetic, and Twinkling Titanite. This is a really good get up here. Also, this is something I didn't know about this area my first time through. Or, well, maybe I did. It took me a while to find this. Like, I think it was like after re-exploring the area after I'd already gone through it was when I finally found it. So destroying these things will destroy the statues forever. That's actually a forever destroy. But yeah, otherwise they'll keep on respawning those ghosts infinitely until you do that. Now I know Terramantis made a good guide on infinite soul farming from those guys, but I don't care. I'd rather just get rid of them. I mean, not like his guide was good, nothing like that. It was a good guide, but I just not gonna do that. Now there's a secret passage around here. I think it's over. I guess it's up here and behind. Yeah, I guess it's back there. Where are the messages? What do you know? Or is that a blessing? Yeah, the message. Of course. Nameless Usurper comes here as well. So someone was telling me that apparently the Nameless Usurper... I'm sorry, I don't remember who was saying it, but apparently the Nameless Usurper appears even if you've killed... what's her face? Alicia. So I could be wrong about that, but... She's here, and I think this is also where you get that... the stone to go invade Alicia. So I'm still uncertain. I don't know. It does make me wonder if it really is, if you kill her and she can still invade you. So that does really bring into question that theory. So these are guys to watch out for that you learn about, as these dudes in the wall. We're actually gonna appear right there. They're like, no, you can't have this treasure chest. I'm like, actually, I can. What you gonna do about it? Nothing. Not do a thing. We absolutely need this Avalon. So we can become Haviland. Oh man, I forgot that the Haviland was here because I never used it in PvP. Fiorenza, the richest merchant in all of Volgan, recreated the lost weapon after reading of it in an old book. And actually, they talk about the design for Dark Souls 2 a bunch. They were really excited when they designed that one. It was something that they thought was really cool when they first designed it. I remember that. It was like in some interview that I watched. It's actually a really good interview. I wish I could remember which one it was. But I can't. I'm sorry. I'm a failure. I'm a failure unless it comes to killing ghosts because I hate ghosts. True story. Ghosts are the one thing that scare me more than anything else. And I know it's irrational, but I guess like now that I'm older, it's not something I think about, but just the idea of something being there and just appearing that shouldn't be there. That's what scares me. It's not more, so much of like it's ghost, spooky, scary. It's just the idea of something being there that shouldn't be there and just appearing out of nowhere. That whole concept scares the crap out of me. When I was a kid, Sixth Sense scared the bejesus out of me. And I think that's what really started my like fear of ghosts. It's not something like like I said. At this point I'm an adult and I never think about it. Well, there's that statue again all over the place. So it's kind of creepy, like how the way the head is and the eyes. Oh, that one looks really creepy. Look at that. The eyes. It almost looks like it's glancing to the right. Nice job, skeleton. Nice, fine work, skeleton. Hey, hey. Oh, this skeleton. I didn't notice that. This one's just blank. I'm like curious if any of them have like oddities, like this one over here. It's probably just a shadow thing. Yeah, it's just a shadow thing. It just made it look like it was glancing over. Creepy. Anyways, now that I'm an adult, it's not like I think like, oh my god, I don't lay in bed at night thinking about what if a ghost comes, you know, it's nothing like that. But I don't know, just the concepts always frighten me. Oh, crap. Oh, good. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. See why I hate ghosts? See that? That is why I hate ghosts. We need to get rid of this thing. Get the hell out of here. So what's actually happening, why those bells are ringing, and this is something that I didn't realize for the longest time, is an undead came and rang that bell. So if I didn't want that to happen, I really should have gone and rung that bell. Oh no, I'm gonna get trapped, aren't I? You gotta be careful about walking into these areas because you can trap yourself. Yeah, so don't go in there. Oh, no! I'll be back. Please be a shield. Please be a shield. Pick up item. Imperious Helm. You can get both of those shields as a drop from these guys. So I always hope that I get them. I think one of my games I actually do have both, but let's go ahead and look at their helm. Relics of a party who long ago attempted to conquer the Undead Crypt. For this act of conceit, they will never rest in peace and instead serve as Crypt Guardians. So there you go. That's the lore behind those guys. As we drop in here. And let's go ahead, actually, before I get my soul back. Before I get my groove back, let's just take this out. And there's still, oh man, if I died, well, not like that, those souls really were that much that I would have lost, but no, I was gonna yell, don't ring the bell. Do not ring the bell. Mace of the Insolent. I should probably look at the lore of that before someone take out more of these. Let's see, that one's another bell. I guess it's this one that has the ghost. There we go. Yeah, the first time that I ever went down here, I actually got trapped in this area by, there was a ghost on one end, and like over here, that guy had just spawned, and on the other end were the like 3 ghosts coming in at me because I was just trying to make a quick escape. Yep. So that was my first experience. This bell ringing drives me crazy. So there we get the Lady of White Robes. So there's the black and the white robes, as I mentioned before. So let's see if I can actually find the time to glance at it real quick. So black robe, white robe. So these Lady Apostles in their conceit occupied the Undead Crypt and misused death. So misused death, and we heard exactly what that was in the black robe description. Stop it! Stop it with your ringing and your bells and ugh. Sure. No one wants to hear that noise. No one wants to hear that noise. Is this the exit out or no? Dragon Charm. Saint. Okay. Like, shoot, what was the... I think it was a mace that I picked up, right? Oh, I forgot that this was a Ferris Lockstone one. Alright, open up another passage in here. That's why I kept on checking the walls. I was like, I feel like there's another passage, and it was just because it was over in this Ferris Lockstone, Ferris contraption. And once I get away from these guys, I'll go ahead and look at those items. So, Olenford's Staff and the Great Lightning Spear. And, yeah, these are all going to be interesting things to talk about, especially Olenford. He's kind of a cool cat to chat a lot about. Here we go. There's the exit. Thinking, do I have time? I guess. I guess I have time to go fight our boss. If I do this lore talk real quick. Alright, let's destroy this stuff. Man, there's a lot of stuff behind him though. Alright, anyways, let's go ahead and check some of these things out. So I believe it was a mace that I got. Alright, let's look at the mace. Let's see. Mace of the Insolent. There we go. The mace of formerly high-ranking clerics, it is combined with a sacred chime and can cast miracles and hexes with strong attacks. The clerics held venerated positions once, but now their souls wander aimlessly in the depths of a murky darkness. And then we get Olenford's Staff, which is a really interesting one. I think we also got Great Lightning Spear, so let's look at Great Lightning Spear, which was with it. Great Lightning Spear. Oh, I already have it. So, miracle that launches a Great Lightning, Spear of Lightning, said to be a legacy of an ancient clan, whose leader was revered as the god of sun. And that is then going to be connected with Olenford's Staff as well, since they were found together. So let's go and find Olenford's Staff. Olenford, revered as the father of sorcery in Melfia, sought knowledge that surpassed mankind's ken, and so ventured into the Undead Crypt and did away with his humanity. Now, I believe there's actually a theory out there that Navlan... there's a lot of theories. One is that Navlan is Aldia, but there's also a theory that Navlan is Olenford. And I honestly don't quite remember how that theory goes, but one was that he is Olenford, and that's the vessel. So that's another theory, or at least that's the vessel is from Olenford. But yeah, so he's trying to surpass his knowledge, and that's kind of what screwed him over. Interesting is found with the miracle as well, when he's known for sorcery. You know what, I was thinking that I always missed something here, and there's what it was. You know what else is easy to miss, that I didn't realize for the longest time, is that if you drop down here, and then go behind, you can kill this guy. I just rung that by accident. Damn it! I was trying to kill it without ringing that. Oh, so there's that girl again. See, so there's the skull face. I think that's the same one. Creepy things. I'm used to running through this anyways. I've never actually... This is the first time I've ever killed that guy before running through here. But I think that guy actually stays dead if you kill him. So these guys won't keep on getting summoned. Okay. Well, that didn't work out too well for me. And we get to meet... Man, it's a cool cutscene. Cool cutscene to run in to Velstadt. So this is King Vendrick's most leal knight has followed him into the Undead Crypt and serves as a guardian, essentially, I believe, guarding people from coming within and just forever guarding it. And he actually agreed to do that for Vendrick. That's how leal he was. And leal means loyal, by the way. That's how loyal he was just, like, literally forever guarding people for Vendrick. And that's, again, just that idea of, like, keeping people out. Oh, shoot. There we go. The timing can be a little awkward with him. Once you have it down, it's not too bad. It's just getting that timing down in the first place. And remember, sometimes he's going to do that double attack. I should probably let my stamina come back. And I'll deal with him. The Royal Aegis. I think it's pronounced Aegis. It was Aegis. I looked it up in my lore video when I talked about it, but now I'm not remembering if it's Aegis or Aegis, but I believe it's Aegis. So after he powers up, this is going to be the exact same way to deal with him, which is what he's doing right now. So let's go ahead and attack him a bunch while he's doing this. Try and use this as an opportunity. Alright, he's powered up, so yeah, be safe about it and don't get greedy. And now he's gonna have a little more defense on his end, but that's alright. Just again, play safe and don't get freaked out about the fact that he just did that. Essentially, for the most part, he plays the same way. He does have some more attacks, but I don't think he uses them unless you're at a range, if I remember correctly. So, I mean, obviously my way of melee is something that I don't have to deal with it. If I'm remembering that correctly, that is. Whoops, can't believe I got hit. Thought I dodged in time. Needed that one extra iframe, I guess. To me, it's always like the thing that I'm more likely to get hit back is when he jumps back and does a strike as he does that. Which seems to be a new move you can use in Blood Rain. You can actually, Bloodborne. You can use that jump back attack at the same time. That was featured in the leaked trailer. They showed that off. So that's something you as a player can do now, or will be able to do. I cannot wait for Bloodborne. Cannot wait for that game. I am all hype. I'm so hype about it. Uh-oh. I got greedy! Oh, that worked out alright. And there you go. There's Velstadt. The Royal Aegis. Soul of Velstadt. Oh, hey guys. What's up? Hey buddies. What's up, Cyan Knight? How you doing? As we beat Velstadt! Ah! And let's go this way. Is that we got a soul? And it's amazing to me, like, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't talk about it. So his soul has gone dark. And Velstadt was always at the king's side as if he were his lord's own shadow. After the king retired to the Undead Crypt, Velstadt followed, never to return. Use the special soul of this night to acquire numerous souls. But again, there's basically just explaining most of the lore behind him, other than the whole Leal Knight thing. But yeah, he followed the king all the way here. And yeah, so what I was gonna say is, like, lately people have been mentioning that I'm kind of ripping off JonTron, I guess. And I know I've talked about how much I love JonTron, but I honestly hadn't seen a single JonTron video until a few months ago. And a lot of the things I do in my videos, like popping up images and like the shaking camera, are things I've been doing for a long time. Like in my Let's Plays, I've been doing them for a year basically. At this point, almost. I guess more like 8 months. I started incorporating them into my Let's Plays. But it's all stuff that like I've been, like a lot of those things I've been doing. I've been making YouTube videos for like 7 years at this point. It's all stuff. I've been doing a lot of those tricks for a long time. I wasn't as good at it. I think that JonTron's a master at doing this stuff. But anyways, say hello. So yeah, I don't know. I guess it frustrates me because I know the Dave Control Super Show was inspired by JonTron. Please watch it if you haven't yet. I put a lot of time into it. It was inspired by it, but still, all the humor is my own. I'm just doing things that I find funny that I like, and just the fact that yes, I find JonTron humorous. I like his humor. That's probably why it rubs off a little bit, because I'm doing things I find funny. So that's what I do. If I find it funny, I'm going to write it, and that's what I'm going to put in my show, because I want it to be good. So yeah, Vendrick doesn't attack you. Anyways, back to actual game stuff. Vendrick doesn't attack you. Sorry, rant over. Vendrick doesn't attack you unless you attack him. He just does this the whole time. Even if you've got giant souls, which make it easier to kill him. You can actually, even without a single giant soul, you can hurt him by attacking him enough, which will then... I tried it my first time. I just kept on attacking him to see what would happen. And then that surprised the hell out of me when all of a sudden he started attacking me, because it was like 50 swings later. And actually, I was doing fine until my sword broke. Funny thing is, like, to me, he's pretty easy to dodge out of the way of. But yeah, there you have King Vendrick in all of his glory, hollowed out. And, you know what I never noticed before is these old guys look a little bit like Dark Diver, like the Dark Diver. I don't think they are. It's just, I think it's just the beard. I think, honestly, that's all that's reminding me of it. And the fact that they're sitting down. But I would love to find out, A, who these are, and B, why there's light coming through. And where it's coming from. Like, where is this? It reminds me a lot of Humanity. And actually, I really want to figure out a way to finish my Let's Play Dark Souls, the final one. Because something I never realized that's really cool is walking into the kiln of the first flame. You're literally walking into a giant Humanity. And it's something I pointed out. So here's all of his clothes. He's like, I'm going hollow. Fuck my clothes. I don't need that. I don't need that game. I don't need that shit. Kidding me? Threw all of his clothes on the ground. And there you have it all in a pile. And his king's ring is there. So you get that. He still won't attack you. Let's go and take a look at the king's ring. Now that we finally have acquired it. After all this work, we have found it. It opens the king's gate. King Vendrick sought greater souls and made the giant's strength his own. But even still, the curse overcame him. As you can see, I think that all those like great souls and things that he had were to keep him from going hollow. But I mean, you know, he ended up hiding his soul. So if he still had that, oh, in the distance there's Shanalot. You see that? Do you see Shanalot over there? It's kind of creepy from here. It just looks like it's super creepy look from here to me. I think. Powerful soul like a curse. Is it like a curse? And Vendrick, king of Drangleic, used a powerful soul to keep the curse at bay. So that powerful soul that he used to keep the curse at bay, that's what I was speculating is what he took from the giants. But I really don't know. That was just speculation. And I know the speculation that could be the Throne of Wan itself. It could be the giant kinship. And based on this item description, to me it's like, well, if he used a powerful soul to keep the curse at bay, is that what he took from the giants? But at the end of the day, it's all speculation. So I don't know. I do not know. Oh, wait. There's actually one of those praying guys here. Notice that? That's one of those praying dudes. I didn't notice that from before. We see them over in both of these sides and up there on that other pillar in the distance. See that pillar? That's also one of those praying guys. Huh. Never noticed that. I guess it's just that connection here. Oh, wait. They're up on those pillars too. They're right there. You see that? Huh. Creepy. I wonder what it all means. And then Shanalot's got some stuff to say that I never figured out about with it either.
This ring is the symbol of the king. Use it to gain passage through the king's gate and venture to the far east, bearer of the curse. If you are to be the next monarch, then one day you will walk those grounds without really knowing why.
So her saying you will walk those grounds without really knowing why, I think she's referring to where Vendrick is. Maybe. I could be wrong on that, but I was trying to figure out what that was. So people have been speculating that Shanalot gets younger as you go on. But I don't know. She honestly looks the same to me. Like, this looks the same to me as before. And she doesn't seem shorter to me. Like, if I stand next to her here and we start comparing heights, I don't think it's going to change. Now, we could try to remember this. I'll try to mark what this height is. But I'm pretty sure it's not... honestly, I don't think she gets shorter. I know a lot of people think that. I just don't think she does. And, you know, I could always be wrong. But... anyways, and then there's, like, as far as the manifestation that brought you there, what was it? Like, is she referring to all of these are her manifestations? I always took the manifestation, or I take the manifestation she's talking about that brought you there. It was my own manifestation that brought you here, she says in the Dragoneer. And I took that to be the narrator at the beginning of the game, that old lady, was that manifestation that brought you here. Anyways, I guess I'm just talking about that because it came up again with the whole 5 Strangest Things videos. I was talking about the fact that she's constantly appears everywhere that you go. Which, I mean, honestly, like I said, all that stuff wasn't good fun. Oh, wait. Are those up there? What are those ones? Huh. Seriously, though. What are those ones? Are those the same? No, wait, those are the same. Those are the same ones where King Vendrick is. It's the same statues. Yeah, I knew running with my binoculars, that was not a good idea. Anyways, it just kind of came up with the 5 Strangest Things video. Something I wanted to talk about just randomly. I don't know why. It's just I was talking about things I was afraid of. When I was a kid, I had the biggest phobia of ventriloquist dolls and ventriloquist dummies. Those ones like Slappy from Goosebumps. And not Charlie Chaplin, but the one that was like Charlie something. That one, Charlie something, I literally had the biggest phobia of that one. That scared the crap out of me. My worst nightmare I ever had as a kid was involved that dummy. And just like my worst nightmare ever as a kid was that I went to an island. My parents got trapped on this island. And this was when I was like 7 years old. And my older brother and I had to go on a boat to go to this island to save my parents. And the island, there's a big castle. and that's all that was on this island in the middle of the water. And in the middle, and all it was a castle full of dummies who ran the island. And then the other thing I was afraid of that scared the crap out of me when I was a kid was the trailer for Child's Play and Chucky. So Chucky was also in there, so it's Chucky and all dummies. And the Charlie Chaplin, or that's what I'm calling it. I don't know if that's the name of it. It's Charlie Chaplin or Charlie Chaplin or something like that. But the Charlie doll, that dummy was the one that scared me the most. I hadn't seen it. And then I was hiding like out, and for some reason, I was hiding under a bed in one of the rooms. And there was a weather report on the TV just randomly on in that room. And I was hiding out underneath the bed. And for whatever reason, watching this weather report. And on the weather report is dummies giving the weather. And then I looked to my left, and just laying there right next to me, staring at me, was that Charlie doll just staring at me under the bed. And like, I woke up screaming in fear and terror. And that was my worst nightmare I ever had as a kid. I like, now that I'm older, it's funny, when I have nightmares, I actually try to stay asleep because I want to find out what happens. But yeah, that one just scared the bejesus out of me as a kid, and I still remember it to this day, and I was like 7 years old when I had that nightmare. Anyways, I let this go longer to just tell that random story, and also just go to Velstadt and do all the stuff with the King's Ring. So I hope you guys enjoyed this Let's Play. I think this was a fun one. Thank you guys so much for joining me, and this time no errors. Huzzah! Actually, huzzah to that. And I will see you guys next time. Thank you so much, guys. And yeah, so if you guys want to watch my stream, go check out twitch.tv/DaveControlLive to follow. I do it every Thursday, 6 to 8 p.m. Pacific time, and I'll have a link in the description to the Twitch TV if you guys want to check out my stream. And I'm probably going to add another day of the week that I've been trying to figure out what works best for me to do it. As doing the stream, it's fun. I love doing it, and it's also a good way to interact with you guys and talk with you guys, because ask anyone who does the stream. I'm very interactive when I do the stream. Because I think that's the whole point of watching a stream, is that that's a way for me to interact with you guys, as opposed to a Let's Play where I can cut it up and make it more fun. But anyways, I don't know where I was going with that, but 6 to 8 p.m. Pacific time on Thursdays, I'm trying to figure out, is going to be Souls stuff. So right now I'm doing the Bonfire run. I might go back to Dark Souls 1, maybe do Demon Souls, I don't know. I don't know where I'm going to go with it, but at the moment, Dark Souls 2, no Bonfire run is what I'm working on, chipping away at. And I'm probably going to try and figure out another day to do non-Souls games, because I like other games as well. So I'm going to try to figure out a day for that works. So thank you guys again, and make sure to check that out, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace, guys. Later.